Welcome back to the studio, Sport Optics friends and family. I am one half of your favorite sales guys here, and today we're going to be talking to Thomas from Swarovski and Kahles.
Jace, good to see you again.
Absolutely.
Worked together about 6 years, and it's nice to come in here and show you a product that has improved as much as this one has in the segment of field of view.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very excited to be talking about the new Kahles K328i, and let's get right into it. All right, so to kind of jump into this thing,
Sure.
First off, the K525, it's been a tried and true optic. It's been around for a very long time. We see it in use all over the world for all kinds of different circumstances, and it is a absolutely fantastic scope. So I think the question that's kind of going to be on everybody's mind is, what makes this different?
Well, right off the bat, 40% more field of view. There's so many times that you see small incremental change. It's very rare that you see such a jump. The market asked for it, and we replied. 40%, I kind of look at it as a window to the world or a window to the range. When you compare this next to the predecessor, it certainly does show off how much larger your field of view can be. And with that, we're able to increase the size of our reticles. So those are familiar with the SKMR, SKMR4. We now have the Plus, which is essentially an extended version of that.
Okay, so, and I know people may think, okay, field of view, that's one thing. But, I mean, realistically, that's one of the absolute most important, biggest things somebody could add in a scope or a binocular or any type of optic for that matter. As you increase field of view, you are literally getting to see more of what's in front of you, whether that be your target, that you're, whether it be an animal that you're taking an ethical shot on. It's just such a huge factor, and 40%, that is nothing to scoff at for sure.
Right, and we want to be able to find the target and make a quick, accurate shot. This product will do such. So,
well, that's pretty awesome in and of itself. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe we're also looking at a little more adjustment in this guy than the previous K525.
Correct. We got an extra 5 mils, so we're looking at 34 mils. Part of that is we've increased the tube size up to 36 mils from 34. Question right off the bat, who makes rings? There are plenty of manufacturers out there. Jace, I'll let you lead the way on which rings you'd recommend when they call in, but there is options, so don't let that scare you.
Yeah, absolutely. There's plenty of very reputable manufacturers making some really high quality rings and for whatever diameter tube you have these days. So yeah, as Thomas said, don't let that scare you at all. All right, so as we know, the K525, as the name suggests, is a 5x zoom system with a 5 to 25 magnification range. And so essentially with this one, you're getting a little more on both ends, right?
Correct. 3.5 to 28, right? So when I'm fitting somebody for a scope, especially in a hunting scenario, I want to make sure they have plenty of field of view on the low end. Well, now we have the internal adjustment, the field of view, and the ability to get the magnification all the way up to 28 to really zoom in on that animal, target, or whatever you choose to shoot.
Okay, so realistically, I could say from experience, and I know you can as well, from any type of realistic shooting scenario, whether it be competition, target shooting, or hunting, whatever it may be, this magnification range can pretty much do it all from the end of the barrel out to whatever reasonable distance, right?
Sure, and that's probably a big part of why we're calling it the game changer. It's not just a PRS scope. It's not just a hunting scope. It's one that can truly do it all with the glass you obviously expect from Kahles, the adjustments, the true clicks. We're very excited to get it to market. I'm excited to get behind the gun on it and really put it through its tests, but can't wait to shoot it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know people around the office have heard me say it 1,000 times to customers, whether it be on the phone or in person. But, I have a tendency of telling people, because it's pretty much been true up until now, you kind of have to pick one or the other. Have something that's geared towards long range target shooting, with a higher magnification range, first focal plane reticle, whatever it may be, or get something simpler, a lower magnification range for hunting. There's no really kind of best of both worlds type of optic out there, but this may very well be changing that.
Absolutely. The more we dive into this and more we discuss optics, one of the things I really like to train our guys on is that there is no perfect optic. This is pretty darn close. Really, the trade-off that I see is the weight. you're going to get a little bit heavier when you get into 36 millimeter tube over a 34, right? But a lot of your competitive shooters or guys shooting prone, weight's not a huge deal, right? So this gives just about every feature with a very minimal trade-off.
So jumping back into the adjustments again,
Absolutely.
I know the K525, the original model had 16 mils per rotation.
Correct.
The new DLR model has 10 mils per rotation. What are we looking at in this guy?
Yep, we're kind of following suit on that. So we will have two options. Per usual, you'll have the option of choosing your windage on the left side and right side. For those less familiar with Kahles, one of our biggest, I guess, innovative and differentiating features is the fact that our parallax adjustment is in the center of the scope. This allows for us to really not come out of the scope, make our adjustments, and it gives, on the manufacturing side, our ability to put the windage on the left side, windage on the right side, based on what eye dominance that shooter has. So the DLR version will be 10 mils. Part of the rhyme and reason behind that was, as we get older, our eyes do go a little bit on the wayward side. And we were able to increase the size of our readouts, and then we dumbed it down to 100 clicks versus 160.
Cool.
With the advancement in ballistics, 10 mils for a lot of people is going to be great. If you do want to go into 16 mil and maybe not have to go to multiple rotations on those extreme long range shots, that's an option for you as well.
Awesome, and I'm glad to see that the parallax adjustment on the elevation knobs stuck around. It's a very good case of if it's not broke, don't fix it, and people love that feature.
Yep.
Well, Thomas, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to come down here and talk to us about this. I know we are super excited to get our hands on this guy, and I know these guys are too. So why don't you tell us what this is going to come in at price-wise?
Yeah, sure. It's going to come in right at $42.99.
All right, cool. And I think that's a very fair price for the level of quality and craftsmanship that you're going to be getting in this guy.
Absolutely. We'll say buy once, cry once.
Yeah, absolutely. And for you guys, thank you for tuning in. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Definitely helps us out. And please make sure to stay tuned for the next one. God bless.